Good evening and welcome to the 7th Annual Spring-Tacular, celebrating a place to call home. My name is Brandin, President of the Board of Directors for Abby's House. It's safe to say that this year's celebration is certainly different from our previous gatherings. For those of you who have been to our Spring-Tacular event in the past, you know that this is our largest fundraising event of the year, where we gather together to thank our donors, our volunteers, and our sponsors. We enjoy delicious food from local area restaurants, breweries, and wineries. And we recognize an individual who exemplifies the values of Abby's House and its founder, Annette Rafferty, as well as their outstanding commitment to its mission. It's also a time where we get to hear firsthand how your generosity impacts the women and children who come through the doors of Abby's House. As our world continues to change daily with updates regarding the coronavirus, Abby's House remains committed to serving homeless and low-income women and children under these extraordinary circumstances and to meeting their expanded needs. We remain fully operational, and our highest priority is for all residents, shelter guests, and staff to remain safe. While many of us are learning to adjust to an ever-changing set of challenges, this need to adapt quickly is not new for the residents and guests of Abby's House. Encountering and navigating crises, the loss of a job, eviction, or fleeing from domestic violence can be the reality for many of the women we serve. The women have overcome significant trauma, and now, more than ever, your compassion brings our community hope for a brighter future. We hope that you enjoy what we've put together and that you'll consider helping the women and children we serve. During this time, we need your help now more than ever. I'd like to turn it over now to Dr. Jennifer Hilton, owner and executive director of the Counseling and Assessment Clinic of Worcester, LLC, and presenting sponsor for this year's Spring-Tacular celebration, to say a few words.
Abby's House, thank you for joining us for a virtual Spring-Tacular event. Like most of you, I'm hunkered down at home, missing the usual festivities. And like all of you, I look forward to Spring-Tacular each year. It's a time when we meet new friends, see old ones, and taste the best of Worcester from all our generous sponsors and local vendors, all with one mission: to support the women and children of Abby's House. This year, our community and our country faces a coronavirus crisis. For many of us, we've seen losses, undue hardships, and difficult circumstances. But this is not new to the women of Abby's House facing crisis. But we're strong, they're strong, and we will get through this. It is your ongoing generosity that has supported the women of Abby's House over the years, and we hope that with our current circumstances, that we will continue to keep your promise to give generously to support Abby's House. Thank you for all that you do in caring for the women and children of Abby's.
As Dr. Hilton mentioned, we know this is a difficult time for everyone as the virus continues to take a devastating toll on lives and in our communities, and the future remains uncertain. We are doing all that we can to provide immediate support for the increased basic needs of the women and children we serve and to meet new needs that are emerging. But we are only able to do this through the support and generosity of people like you. I'd now like to introduce Stephanie Page, Executive Director of Abby's House, to share a few words and to provide an update on the women and children.
Thank you for joining us for our virtual campaign and our special online presentation. I'd like to start by thanking all of you for helping keep women and children safe during this current coronavirus pandemic. We are grateful for all of the support over the last week and over the last several months in the form of monetary gifts and in-kind gifts, and also all of your kind and encouraging words, and for keeping the women and children at Abby's in your thoughts and in your heart. It has made a tremendous difference to all of us at Abby's House during this challenging time. In lieu of having Spring-Tacular in place at Holy Cross this year, we have gone online, but we've continued to have sponsors who stepped up very early and committed to sponsor Spring-Tacular and have remained committed to us through the virtual giving campaign, and I want to recognize them. First is our presenting sponsor, Counseling and Assessment Clinic of Worcester, Commonwealth Electrical Technologies, Eastern Bank, Allegroni Companies, Bank Hometown, Cornerstone Bank, the Hanover Insurance Group, Boston Mutual Life Insurance Company, Catalyst Insurance Agency, Country Bank, Denise and Joe Nadler, Klein Hornig, Master Mints, The Narrow Gate, Reliant Medical Group, Cedar and Chandler, Smith, Sullivan and Brown, Unibank, Worcester Business Journal, and Worcester Magazine. What a tremendous group of local businesses and individuals who have sponsored this campaign and have contributed to Abby's House at this time. And I want to thank all the wonderful restaurants, wineries, and breweries who had committed to being at Spring-Tacular and providing tasting stations. We are really missing being with you, tasting your food and your beverage, celebrating what we do together, connecting with one another in person. We hope those businesses are doing well and are making it through this period the best that they can. I'd also like to thank the George I. Alden Trust, who offered a $25,000 matching grant to Abby's House and is matching each gift through the campaign in the month of May 1-to-1 up to $25,000. Each gift that people make right now to the campaign will go twice as far because of this matching gift. So these are definitely challenging times at Abby's House. I'm speaking to you from my office. We are an essential business. We are still here. We're still providing the housing and the shelter that is safe, that women here need, and need now more than ever before. Our advocates are continuing to provide support to women, mostly remotely, but in person as needed, identifying what their needs are and helping connect them to resources. Some of those needs have included food, help with filing for unemployment, job search for people who have lost jobs or who are already seeking jobs, help getting into telehealth and getting set up so that they can get connected with their healthcare providers. There's a whole range of what people are needing at this time, and I'm really proud that our advocates are connecting women to provide that. They're also doing online meetings or gatherings with women in each of our houses, and so they are staying connected with one another and talking what it's like during this time to be going through this, so that no one is isolated, and there continues to be a community around people during this time. The shelter has also shifted from being just a nighttime overnight shelter to being a 24-hour shelter. So women have a safe place to stay during the stay-at-home advisory. And we've had just tremendous support from people to help make that possible. We continue to identify what is needed and shift to meet those needs. We're also very proud to be part of supporting some of the overflow shelters in Worcester to provide support in any way that we're able to, so that the larger people who are homeless throughout the community have had a place to go. We've been here for 44 years as an agency, and I'm really proud that we continue to be very strong during this time in meeting people's needs. And I'm very proud the way that people have come together to think of Abby's during this time and help make it possible for us to respond to these needs that are ever changing at Abby's and throughout our community. We cannot do this without you. We never do without you, all of you who help in one way or another. Abby's is a really special place, and you're a special part of it. And we thank you for being a part of Abby's House and making all of it possible. I hope you and your loved ones are safe and well and remain so. I hope you enjoy the rest of this program. I can't wait till we're back together again and we can thank you in person for all you've done. So continue to remain well until then, and feel free to be in contact with us in any way that you want to, and certainly if there's a need that we can help within the community, please reach out to us. Thank you very much again.
It is now my pleasure to introduce Abby's House founder, Annette Rafferty, to present this year's Annette Rafferty Award to Lynn McKenney-Lydek. The annual Annette Rafferty Award recognizes an individual who exemplifies the values of Abby's House and its founder, as well as their outstanding commitment to the Abby's House mission.
Hello, everyone. Lynn McKenney-Lydek has been an active volunteer at Abby's House for over 20 years, serving on the board of directors and its human resource and nominating committees, and working at the Abbey Gala, which was the precursor to the Spring-Tacular. She was instrumental in the successful execution of the 40th anniversary gala held at Mechanics Hall, and continues to play an active role in planning special events. She has worked vigorously to raise funds for the women and children of Abbey's House, and upon request and under the auspices of the Worcester Women's History Project, she will perform Yours for Humanity, Abby's, a one-woman play which honors our namesake, Abby Kelly Foster. She does this willingly for new board members and for the women at Abbey's House. Lynn has given generously of her time and talent to promote the mission of Abbey's House, shelter, housing, and advocacy throughout our community and beyond. And so in this historic year, 2020, historic for women, when we commemorate the passage of the 20th Amendment, it seems fitting to recognize Lynn, who has done much to raise up Abby Kelly Foster, both locally and nationally, through her powerful performance and her fierce efforts that resulted in Abby's being admitted not only to the National Women's Hall of Fame, but also the National Abolition Hall of Fame. It is with personal gratitude for her work in securing the name of Abby Kelly Foster as a local and national treasure that we are honored to present the 2020 Annette Rafferty Award to Lynn McKinney-Leidick. Congratulations, Lynn. We do love you.
Congratulations, Lynn. I'd now like to introduce Nydia Valentin, a current board member and former resident of Abbey's House, who would like to share with you all the impact you have in the lives of women and children who walk through the doors of Abbey's House.
Hi, my name is Nydia Valentin, and I'm a former resident of Abbey's House. I came to learn about this organization through Everyday Miracles Peer Recovery Center. I was early in recovery. I was leaving a toxic marriage, divorce, which became very nasty. I had no income, no self-worth. I was broken, and Abbey's House helped me to thrive in my own personal recovery, my daily tasks. They're compassionate and empathetic. There's not enough that I can say about Abbey's House, and not only for myself, for other women that have gone through this process of being in a shelter with or without children. Since I was at Abbey's House, I got my GED. I went to the Adult Learning Center right up the street, and I achieved my high school diploma. That was in 2016. And since there on out, I have gone back to school. I became a substance abuse counselor, part of a recovery coach learning community for the Central Massachusetts area through BSAS, which is the Bureau of Addiction Services. And I'm also a recovery coach supervisor, and currently I'm working with the Institute for Health and Recovery as a peer recovery specialist with parents that have DCM involvement. So Abbey's House has been part of my life for quite some time now, and if you find it in your heart to donate to this organization, please do so, because they need the funds to be able to house women and children and for daily activities, and some people don't have an income. So if you find it in your heart to donate, this is the most valuable organization that I can think of that would benefit from that. Thank you so much, and have a great day.
As you just heard from Nydia, the impact you make by supporting the women and children of Abbey's House has a lasting effect on their lives. We want to thank all of you who have donated this week and who have made auction item bids. Thank you for helping us reach our goal. We also want to thank all of you who donate food, clothing, and other essential items, and we are extremely grateful to all of you who donate your time to help us accomplish our mission. Your support towards those who rely on the services that Abbey's House provides means so much and truly empowers each woman and child along their journeys towards healing and recovery. If you haven't already, we hope that you will consider making a gift to support the critical needs of homeless and low-income women and children in our community. If you would like to have a conversation about your gift, please feel free to reach out to our Executive Director, Stephanie Page, or Director of Development, Kelly Whalen. A special thank you to the George I. Alden Trust for matching the first $25,000 in donations during the month of May. I'd also like to thank the Spring-Tacular Planning Committee as well as the Abby's House staff for shifting to this virtual platform. Thank you to all of the generous sponsors who jumped in early to make this event a success. We also would like to thank all of the restaurants who wanted to be taste stations tonight. We hope to see you all next year. Please save the date for the 11th annual Abby's House 5K, which we hope to hold on October 17th. Thank you for taking the time to join us tonight. Please stay safe and be well. We hope we will be able to get together again soon. Good night.